Hey, this is Heather from Sister Stand Strong. Welcome back to the Bootstrap Business Blueprint. So today we're going to be speaking about pricing, and this is all about getting the inside track to perfect pricing. So we're going to kick it off with, it's all about perceived value. Now, why is it that you can buy a cheap packet of paper clips, for instance, from a supermarket, or you can spend 254 New Zealand dollars on one from Prada? It makes no sense, right? They're the same functionality, right? They're both paper clips, but they've got a completely different price tag. So beauty and price really are in the eyes of the beholder. It's all about what your market is willing to pay for them, whereabouts in that market you're going to sit. I'm going to be asking you a few questions about this later, but we'll give you another example. If you take a canvas, some oil paints, paintbrushes, and even throw in like 50, 60 years worth of experience, how come one painting can sell for $3 million and another painting from a local artist sells for $30? You see, again, the materials are exactly the same. They're both oil paintings. They've both used the same materials. And actually, if you look at it, perhaps the same experience levels. But if you price purely on what you're selling, you're doing it all wrong. So that's a very powerful example I just want to kick this off with. So really, price on value. There are many different elements involved in correct pricing. And if you're only basing it on, for instance, what your competitors are offering, then again, you're truly undervaluing your capabilities and what you could command if you chose the right market. So it's all about positioning and perception. If you sell just a product or service, then it's all you'll ever be able to command in terms of pricing, because you're going to be pricing on those elements that I spoke about. However, here's the trick. If you add theatre, entertainment, status to the mix, oh my goodness, you can double, triple, even sometimes 100 times the average price tag for the same exact product or service. So I'm going to give you another little real life example here. A couple of years ago, I took my family, my two sons, my husband, and I went over to Dubai. And the boys, they were teenagers at that point, sort of, 18, 19, 20, that kind of age group. And they said to me, Mum, we want to go and see this guy, the steak and salt guy. And I was like, what is this? And they were like, oh, trust us, it's amazing. We've seen him on YouTube and like blah, blah, blah. He's all over Instagram. And, basically this guy is a Turkish chef. He's a restaurateur who basically became an internet meme. And you can, if you want to, you can go to Google, just type in salt and steak guy and you'll find him, right? Now, he charges in excess of $340, that's £268 for my UK friends, for a gold leaf steak and the theatre of the restaurant. Now, you go there because you just, if you're able to, you go there because you can and because of the experience. And that's exactly why we went there, because I was intrigued. I'm always intrigued by different businesses and how they operate. And I was really intrigued about how someone could charge this amount of money for a steak. Now, at the time, I wasn't a vegetarian. I am now. But we went there and I've got to say, yes, it was incredible. It was an incredible experience. And that's the thing. This guy, he is selling an experience. He's not just selling a steak because, the theatre of actually, when we walked into the restaurant, there was theatre. When we took our table, there was theatre. Even ordering the meal there was theatre involved in that. When they brought the meal out to the table, oh my goodness, there was huge amounts of theatre involved in the presentation of the meal and how it was presented to us all. I mean, the steaks were gorgeous. I mean, they were absolutely gorgeous. Now, would I say that I have tasted steak equally as nice? Well, no, I don't know. In the past, maybe I had, I don't know. But it was more than just ordering a steak. You don't go to a restaurant like that just to order the steak itself, although it was gorgeous, but it was the theatre involved in it. So I hope that's kind of like made the point here, is that he wasn't just selling the product. So now it's time for you to take some action. So I want to ask you, how have you priced your products? I mean, have you based it on what all your competitors are asking? Have you just gone, well, I don't know what to charge my customers, so I'm just going to look for Joe Blogs down the road and they're selling it for this, so I can't possibly sell my product for any more or service any more than that. But I want to ask you, what's the true value of what you're offering? How much would it cost your customers if they couldn't solve the problem that you are providing the solution for? The solution, how much is your solution worth to your customers? And does your business and brand, and this is a really important one, does your business and brand reflect a low, a medium, or a high price tag? Whereabouts in the market are you aiming for? Now, are you going for the lower end of the market, which typically is the stack 'em high, sell 'em cheap end of the market? Are you going for the top end of the market, which is very exclusive, premium, and ultra kind of service and value of that end of the market? Are you falling into that middle bracket? The middle, now I often say the middle, medium, mediocre bracket, because that is actually the hardest market to go for, is this medium market. And if you look at supermarkets, for example, you can see the different levels of supermarkets out there, or the different levels of high street retailers in terms of the fashion industry. Just have a look at the markets and just get curious about how different companies position themselves for different markets. I want you to go back and reflect on what I was saying about the standards of professionalism in your business, and that also has to reflect where you are in the market right now. So top tip, if you're doing if you're doing what everyone else is doing, you're going to get the same mediocre, samey, struggling results as everyone else in business. Now, what could you bring to your business that would make it stand out and be different? Think salmon. Think salmon again. Be different from what everyone else who is scrabbling around for those crumbs off the table. And really, if you are in that medium, mediocre price bracket, wow, I would encourage you to really look at your business model and perhaps aim higher, or make peace with the fact that you're medium, or even swap to the low end of the market, because that medium, mediocre market is saturated and it's real hard work to market in that area, in my humble opinion. So I want you to think theatre, I want you to think differently, and I want you to think from an entertainment point of view. How can you bring the entertainment to what you're selling in terms of a product or service? So I hope that's helped, and I look forward to seeing you tomorrow.